Hello everyone, this is Ender and welcome to my VRcade, where today I am playing something I haven't played in quite a while. This is Elite Dangerous. This is a space simulator game, and with the launch of Starfield coming shortly, I decided now is a great time to get back into this. That, as well as getting in quite a workout at my job, so I decided, hey, something seated for a little bit will be good for a little while, as long as I'm still burning the calories at work. So anyhow, enough about that. Elite Dangerous is a space simulator game. It's extremely complex to understand. You call it a game, you'll piss off some of the simmers out there, because it's a lot more complex. It's called Elite because, well, there's three things to try to become elite in. You got space combat, which is what we'll be focusing on today, exploration, which we won't talk about much today at all, and trading, which we definitely will not talk about today at all. And there's different ships suited for different tasks. So here, while I'm at Jameson Memorial, I'm going to show you some of the great ships I have. And if you have comments or questions, please let me know in the chat. I'm going to pop on my headset all the way here, see if I have my streamer chat working correctly so I can see if you do type something in. So bear with me just a second. And if someone's watching and you wouldn't mind clicking and saying hello in the chat, that would be greatly appreciated as well. And let's see if I got that working. Yes, we do. So I got to look up quite a bit to see it. Hopefully it won't show up for you guys. And I'm going to try to raise it up even more so it's totally out of my combat view. Looks like nobody's watching anyways just yet, so that's fine. Okay, we're gonna go position and head right, position fixed, and attach to head. And position Y. There we go. That way up there, so I gotta look up to see it. Okay, that might be too far up there. Let's try bringing that down some. Huh, I don't want it fixed. Apparently, let's go ahead forward. Okay. And we want that angle, size, a bit smaller. Too small. Okay, that size is good. And let's go. Huh, can't really raise it more out of the way. That's a shame. Let's go at feet. Nope, then I can't see it. Hello, thanks for joining in, and I'll be playing shortly. I'm just making sure I've gotten everything configured correctly so I can see you guys in the chat as well as see combat. Do I have to hit apply? Oh, I gotta hit apply. That's what's going on. That's good. That's good. Alright, so I just gotta look over for the chat when we want to chat. And recalibrate my headset here. Doesn't seem to want to do that. Oh, I've got to get to the game window. And we are just about good to go. And let me know how the music is, if you're enjoying that or not. And just let me know how you are enjoying the stream in general. If you would. I could see somebody's watching. That would be great to hear from you. And let's bring the game into focus. There we go. Well, that's way out of focus. There we go. Better. Okay. All right, looks like I'm good to go. Frames should be good for you guys at 60 frames per second. Might be a little slow for me, but that should change once I get out of Jameson Memorial Station here. Hopefully you can hear the music. If you want the music a little louder, let me know. Man, I can't really hear that. I'm going to give it just a little tweak to the music there. All right, hope that's not too loud for everybody. Got some copyright stream free okay music going. And I'm going to bring the game back into focus. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm in my smaller ship. It's more maneuverable, less guns, pretty serious armor, and we're going to go out and do some fighting. And we're in a spaceport. This is Jameson Memorial. It's one of the few spaceports where you can have every single ship available for purchase. And my throttle sometimes starts when it shouldn't. So cool thing about this game is the amount of control you have. So I'm using 2 sticks. I've got one for roll, as you can see. I've got pitch and yaw, and I've got, pitch and roll. Let me do that. Pitch, roll, and yaw, which isn't too useful in this game. It's pretty darn slow. That's why I've got it set to twist on my left stick, because I'm a lefty. And then for the right stick, I've got basically thrust and throttle. So you can see I'm using right, and I'm literally applying thrust to the right or to the left to move me to the right. There's another ship. I'm going to raise my landing gear. That's my lights. Okay, landing gear is clear. And you can see it gets a little busy here at the dock, and I can go forward and actually vertical by twisting the stick. That's how I've set it. Setting all your controls in this game is something else. It is complicated, and we're not going to linger in the dock, because if you do, the station will rotate and you won't, and crunch. And if you clog up the dock, they'll just blow your butt up and get you out of the way. So another cool thing, this game being in VR with this cockpit, I can look around, and I've got a really great view for when I'm fighting, which we'll be doing soon. Gorgeous, gorgeous resolution using the G2 because of that true 4K resolution. 2160 by 2160 per eye allows me to read the text, which I'll be doing a lot of. You can see now that I'm away from the station, I'm getting solid 90 frames per second. I could probably even bump the resolution to 100%. I was when I wasn't streaming, but just to ensure a true 1440p clear stream, I'm just going to leave it at about 70% there. VR medium settings. And again, if you're watching the stream, really say hello, so I know I'm not talking to myself and going crazy. And I want to show you a little bit about the controls in this game, right? So this is something you can't do in Microsoft Flight Simulator or Star Wars Squadrons, is again the insane amount of control you have. So again, I'm applying throttle with my right stick, and that's the thing I like to do because as a lefty, it really sucks that they don't make right-handed throttles. I really want to aim with my left hand, my dominant hand, and by using 2 sticks, which this is one of the few games that allows you to do it, I can do so. So aim with my left and throttle with my right, which does not need to be as precise. Really bugs me in Star Wars Squadrons that I'm really having a compromise like that. Some people play this game with just HOTAS, hands-on throttle and stick, but because you're moving in space in so many directions, it really matters. So for example, here's this rotating Babylon 5 station, as I call it, and I'm twisting the throttle, as I call it, my right stick, to go up. At the same time, I can pitch and roll to go around the station, and I can move backwards. Again, I can apply vector or thrust, like I've got engines on all 6 directions, which is something I love. It's such amazing control combined with VR, being able to look around in my ship. I mean, heck, look at this. I'm gonna have a green screen right behind me, so I don't want to get up and walk around, but I could, and I'll kind of show you that here with my headset. Watch what happens if I were to walk around with my headset in the ship. So it's limited movement. You can only walk around the cockpit, and this is a small class ship, but you can actually walk around your cockpit in virtual reality by walking around your physical space, which is really cool. Star Citizen, for example, you can walk around the whole ship interior, which is something I wish had VR. I'd be all over it if it had VR support. This game does have walking support, but not for VR, and there's ways to do it. I just haven't messed around with it yet. Then another cool thing before we go off to fight some bad guys. You know what? We'll go off to fight some bad guys. And looks like someone's watching, so please say hello if you are. So again, I know I'm not going crazy. I know everything's working. All right, so what I'm going to do is go off to a resource area. I'm going to go, and by the way, this is another cool thing. Wherever I look, I have a floating menu appear. How Iron Man is that, right? You know, where he's looking around at all his different menus. I can interact with my messages here and my heads-up display. Over here, I'm going to go to navigation. Going to go to contacts and set my filters to find not stations. Well, actually, I can leave that up. I want to find resources or asteroids clusters, because that's where people are to go after. Now, a quick note on speed. I can move, again, like I said, this throttle here, but you got to kind of hold it forward. So what you'll see me do at times is there's a slider, one for each joystick. I really just use the one on my right here, and that will allow me to hold the throttle forward, which I'm going to do in a second. And by the way, that's not Earth. Earth is, you have to earn the right to get to Earth, and I haven't gotten there yet. There's 3 types of elite. Elite Elite Explorer, Elite Trader, which I've earned, and Elite Fighter. And you gotta hit, well, not just Elite Explorer, but a reputation gain. So anyways, let's get, this is, I'm going my maximum conventional speed, not above light speed. And it would take me forever to get anywhere. So what I'm going to do is hit my light speed drive. This is my solar system drive. And you can see it says charging, and then watch it goes from 232, if you can see my gauge there, to, hey, Techno Glitch, thanks for watching. Sorry I didn't hear, I forgot to set up my notification there. All right, well, you can see the planet's going by pretty fast. And it's actually slowing me down. It creates a gravitational pull, and then once I get past it, I'll be going a good deal faster. In fact, it's giving me the slow down warning, because it's warning me I could theoretically damage my engines from the gravitational pull from the planet. And you can see here, all right, so I've got some belt clusters. And Webgear, hello. Thank you for saluting. So if you didn't know, Techno Glitch, Webgear's giving me the 07 salute as a fellow commander. Salute to you as well, Webgear. And I'm going to really quickly make an adjustment so I can hear when you guys write me a message. So bear with me 1 second. I got to open StreamerBot. Thought I had everything running, but I still missed something. Go. That should fix that. Next time you guys text me, I should be able to hear something. Whoops. Let's bring the game back in focus. Oh, my mouse got bumped. That's what's causing that. That's stupid. Good thing I'm not near anything critical. Almost got it to stop. There we almost. Okay. Downside of a sensitive gaming mouse. All right, so to put things in perspective, this is kind of medium of your speeds. So you can see it says 2.6, 25 point something times c. Then remembers E equals mc squared, Einstein, constant. Constant is the speed of light. So we're going 25, well, we're going 25 times the speed of light. And that's what we need to do to be able to reach anything in time. In fact, what I want to do is go to an asteroid cluster like I was saying. And I want to go, actually change the filters a little bit to resource, because that's where the dogfighting is. So bear with me a second. And that mouse is still moving slightly. Hang on one more minute. There we go. Okay, everything's set finally now. All right, so I want to change my filters to resources, or it might just show up here. I'm looking for a resource cluster where I can do some dogfighting. All right, that's too many things. So we're going to go filters, and it's not asteroid clusters. It should be a resource filter. Points of interest, fleet carriers. It's been a couple of years since I played this guy, so bear with me a second. Well, I do have a crazy expensive what's it called chair here. Hang on a second. Not settlements, not stations. Points of interest, no. It's basically an asteroid cluster is what I'm looking for, but it's supposed to tell me what resources. And I'm looking for high resource mining areas, basically. So we're looking for pirates going after miners. And I'm just not seeing it. I know I said it earlier. Let's go points of interest. Maybe that's it. If I set too many of these, I'll never be able to find anything. Oh, maybe. Resource extraction site. All right. High. Lock. Okay, so once I figure out where we're going, so there's a little compass you can see there, and you can see resource extraction site high, and we're going to crank the speed a bit and start heading there at, we'll see, probably close to 20 times the speed of light. And techno. So I have a Secret Labs chair, which is great, and a sim chair. The thing is, those are good for racers and stuff. I could do that, but honestly, this chair works really well. Plus, I've got mounts. These are by Monster Tech, and if you notice this, the joysticks or the sticks here are right where I want them to be. And it's not like with racing games where you're bracing a lot to turn the wheel. So I could put shocks by the wheels, but I really don't even need to do that. And sometimes I do need to use the keyboard. So this is a really good setup for me. Just using any chair. The key thing is finding these mounts. So I've got a nice ergonomic setup for my sticks. And they even have table extensions, but they kind of get in the way sometimes. This game will take hours to play sometimes. Not very many pirates are wanted NPCs. Good point. I could go to hazardous. I just kind of wanted to start out with high, because it's been a while. But you're right. I feel like this will be a good warm-up, web gear, and then, if that's okay. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Motion. Oh wait, Technosim Motion Sim Rig. Oh yeah, I would love a Yaw VR. In fact, that was one of my big debates. And I can always change to hazardous if you guys want. Yeah, I'll see if I can do that once I get a little closer here. Well, let's just go ahead and check it out now. Hazardous. So it's going to be a lot more exciting if I go hazardous. Yeah, so for me at the time, the big decision was to go with my treadmill versus the Yaw 2. I was considering both. The Yaw, I'd really wanted to go, yeah, the 360 degrees of movement would be amazing, right? I would absolutely love it, but only space for one, and I'll get more physical activity with the treadmill, so with the cat, so that's why I went that direction. But man, it's on my dream list for sure. All right, let's go. Resource extraction site hazardous. So web gear, we're going to keep things exciting for you today. These are going to be some much higher challenging. Oh wait, I'm not going the right way. Hang on. Gotta turn around here. There we go. So to get there, I'm using my constant throttle slider, 35 times the speed of light. We can go faster still. And now it says light seconds. That is still incredibly far, even though it's not light years. And once we get down to, I'd say around 1,000, I'll start slowing down. It's really easy to go past these things at the relativistic speeds you're moving. I have two friends who work on, one's work in space and satellite engineering. I'll say that. And big sci-fi buffs. They actually knew what one of these measurements was. When it comes up, you'll see MM stands for, I want to say, megamile or megameter. It's some stupid huge unit measurement I thought was made up, and they're like, no, that's a real thing. So Elite Dangerous features the map is a 1-to-1 scale of the galaxy. I forget what the statistic is, but I think something like maybe 1% of it's actually been explored by players. So it's an incredible universe. You do have a lot of time to kill. So I got some music playing. I would sometimes have a really long playlist play while I'm doing exploration. Now this is inter-solar system travel. You would go through a jump from one solar system to another, or several solar systems to another if you're exploring, and you don't really have any control once you do a jump. So we are just getting closer here. The general rule of thumb is about 8 seconds at 10 megameters you'll bump out of this hyperspace. I'm going to slow down because it's hitting 8. It's been a while since I've remembered these numbers super well. I generally kind of keep my distance to arrival at like 10 seconds. And it gets tricky because all those yellow lines are gravitational fields from planets and asteroids, and they do slow you down. Then you got to increase your thrust, then you're going too fast. So it's really a skill feel for traversing huge distances. Oh, you played Elite in a got it for racing for the Yaw 1. So you've played Elite in a Yaw 1? That sounds really cool, if I got that right. I gotta look over here for the chat. Had to keep out of the way for combat. 7 seconds, thank you. That's what I forgot. Now, unfortunately, you're definitely appreciate that. I played with, you can probably tell, it's not the standard colors for the interface, so I've got it all backwards. So you can see my distance speed, the gauge is off a little bit. So it's cool. You guys have both played before. Awesome. All right. I could be going. So I think I'm actually in the red, even though it shows blue. That's what happens when you mess with the interface. Because 6 seconds is pretty dang fast from what I remember. All right, ready to drop out. Once I go to 1 megamile, that's what it is, under 1 megamile. Hopefully my speed doesn't fluctuate with gravitational pull, and I don't end up having a crash. Almost there. All right, cool, we made it. All right, so we are on a resource extraction site. Time to do some dogfighting. I'm in a vulture, so super maneuverable. Only got 2 weapons, but it is, well, maneuverable with, well, I should say. Not that maneuverable for a small ship, but or not that fast for a small ship, but it's tough, and it's got big guns for a small ship. And I generally play with flight assist on, since you guys know what's going on here, but I turn it off for turns. I'm not good enough to fly all flight assist off. Let's go contacts and start finding some ships. All right, we got Michael Dudley John in a Vulture. That's probably a pirate. Let's go find him. And I can also use my hat to adjust my weapons engine balance. You can see on the right there. Wait, he's not targeting. I'm just going towards this. Someone's targeting me, seeing if I'm carrying cargo. Oh, there we go. Forgot I got to use the local radar here. There we go. There's Michael Dudley John. I'm going to scan him. He's rated dangerous fighter, and he's wanted. And he's in a Vulture just like me, so this could be a good matchup. Now, the exciting thing for me to do would just be go fight him. The smart thing is, yep, wait for him to attack someone else, which will piss off the police. And is he in a wing? I wonder what's the other ship. Let's see. The other ship is an adder. That's a lot easier to fight. Oh, the adder. Oh, nice. I've heard great things about the Thrustmaster, the Warthog. Yeah, I just need the 2 sticks, me being a lefty. What? Wow, I was close enough to get some residual damage from that other ship there. All right, so anyways, I need to stop talking and fight a little bit here. Oh, I didn't set my fire groups. Oh, so stupid. So I gotta hang on a second here. Do a quick setting for my weapons. This is because I switched ships. Fire groups, okay. Pulse laser 1, multi-cannon 1. That should be fine. I think it's gonna fire them both together, maybe not. No, I want to set this 2. Okay, laser 1. Yep. Cannon 2. Yep, alright. Now we're good. Oh, that guy's gotten pretty far away. Let's boost. This ship does have fantastic boost. I should just target someone closer, but I'm almost there. Hey, BMAC! You're about to see me do some dogfighting and hopefully not get destroyed. So this is what's cool about Elite. I can attack in multiple directions. I'm using a laser to take down his shields first. This dude's wanted. And if I can, turning off flight assist goes a little crazy, but it helps me turn faster. Oh, that's some terrible aim. Don't hit me. All right, flight assist off, power up. Use my radar to find him. So I want to hit him where things are wider, right? Where I can get a better profile. So we're always jockeying for hitting each other's broadsides. Man, I'm getting a lot of hits in, I think. Yep. Okay, shields are down. Should be going cannons with my other stick. Shouldn't have boosted. I know I shouldn't have. I was just getting impatient. All right, use flight assist there to recover a little bit. My dude's tough to see. Oh, he's getting a lot of distance on me. I better boost. And I better juke, because he was shooting me. Flight assist off, turn more easily. Ooh, near miss. Shields are almost back up. So you can move in 6 directions. So I can put any direction I want. I can put thrust in. Hang on, he's behind me. I got it. Get him back in front. He was pissing me off. I decided just to ram him. So yeah, Pixelfairy, I can apply thrust up, down, forwards, backwards. It's pretty amazing. Gotta get shields down again. Okay, shields are down. We're going for cannons now. Nope, shields seem to be up. Well, they were up for a second. Cannons do a lot more physical damage against this hull. Gun's overheated, I gotta go laser. Oh, he boosted. No, you didn't. I'm boosting too. Okay, too much. Flight assist off. Which is hard to explain. Alright, so flight assist, basically that's, you know, Newton's third law of gravity or whatever, motion, object in motion will continue in motion. Notice my steering's kind of all erratic. Makes me more maneuverable, but really unstable. You really need to turn on night vision. Doesn't look as good, but I can see this guy a lot better than, oh yeah, oh yeah! Boom! Bounty collected. Yeah, so I'll fly it over to an asteroid real quickly. Well, maybe not that quickly. And show you how much control I have in this game. It's pretty insane. So let's boost over to an asteroid and show you what really sets Elite apart from something like a Star Wars Squadrons or any flight sim or really any arcadey space game. Yeah, like Expanse. If you think about, if you've seen Expanse, Pixelfairy, how you can move, the ships can move in that. Yeah, it's like this. So, all right. So here's an asteroid, which you can mine. So there's 3 things you can do and 3 things you can become elite in. Combat. I'm not elite in this. It's a heck of a grind for it to become elite in anything. So combat, exploration. Most people are. I'm halfway there. And trading. So this is an asteroid belt right around a planet. So let me show you how much movement you have and control you have. So my left stick, I'm a lefty, is going to be pitch, roll. I'll try. Roll, and then I can actually twist this stick, and that's going to be yaw, but you really don't use it. It's too dang slow, except for like fine maneuvers in a space station. Now this is where things get interesting, is my right stick, which for a lot of people would be their throttle, but I like using a stick because I can go forwards. You can see my speed gauge. I can go backwards, right? And then I can go right, and it's actually applying thrust that way. I can go left, and then I can actually twist the stick and go up or down, which is pretty crazy. Now, I am at the moment using flight assist, and what that means is, notice I stop. Well, in space, you shouldn't be stopping, right? You should just keep moving. So it actually applies automatically a little thrust to keep you from, you know, spinning indefinitely. But you can actually turn that feature off, and that's where things get crazy when I was talking about flight assist. So for example, if I just start moving in a circle and I let go, I stop. If I turn flight assist off, I'll keep spinning. And you can, really good pilots can fly without flight assist like at all, which is not me. And we should go check that battle out in a second. But it slows you down using flight assist because it's applying thrust the opposite direction of where you want to go to stop you. So what I'll do is I have a button and I'll just toggle it. When I need to make a sharp bank or turn, I will turn off flight assist and you'll see everything go wonky. And let's find something to fight. All right, Kachi and a Fertilance. Oh boy. So that's a bigger ship with more guns. Should be quite a challenge. Signal pedal driving. I don't know what that is. All right, there's Kachi there. He's wanted. He's a master. He's not an elite. At least there's that. So he's still a good fighter. Now the smart play here is to wait for these pirates to attack someone else, which pisses off the cops, and then you got the cops working with you to take down that dude. You noticed in that last fight they didn't really help me out, so that's a problem possibly with fighting this dude, a risk, especially with him being a fertile lance. And there may actually have this zone. Just fight him. There simply may not be cops. I forget, hazardous resource zones might not have cops at all. So you can see I'm doing a good job staying. Oh, it was. Now he's come around to face me and he's shooting at me, so I'm going flight assist off because he's got big guns. Flight assist. He's a bigger ship with bigger guns. I should be more maneuverable. I had the same class guns. Well, he's got 4 class 2 guns and 1 class 4. I've got 2 class 3. Oh boy. Flight assist tells me turn faster. Flight assist off, so I got control and I can aim again. Okay, thanks for popping in, B-Mac. Alright, shields are halfway down. Mine are low. Oh boy. I may have bit off more than I can chew here. Smart move would be to escape with how I'm doing. Yep, I'm out of shields. I'm getting out of here. And flight assist off, so I'm going to be flying super nausea inducing if you're not used to it. And I'm going to try to get out of the system because I bit off a bit more than I can chew. Yet. Pardon my language. I should not have gone to a hazardous resource site yet. Oh boy. Okay, I'm not mass locked. Let's boost out of here. Oh shoot, how do I retract hard points? If I could just retract hard points, I'd be fine. I'm about to die. Because I can't retract hard points. And you can't pause the game to figure out how. And I'm mass locked anyways, darn it. Alright, maybe I just have to fight this guy. I'm about to die. Good thing I bought insurance. This is going to be expensive though. No, it's an artificial. It's a bot. I can't ask him. I'm not playing against real players. I wouldn't last 2 seconds. It's really expensive when you lose a ship, so I don't like playing against real players. Plus they do a lot of ganking and sabotaging. Interesting, I'm not firing. Maybe my hard points are not deployed? Oh, cargo scoop. Why the hit too many random buttons? Oh, I don't want that. I'm dead. And I'm pretty much dead. Surprised I've been alive for as long as I have been. Oh, there goes my canopy or something cracking. I'm almost dead. Power plant malfunctioning. I'm dead. There we go. All because I couldn't remember what button I bound hard points to. Alright, well, that's why we buy insurance. Alright, so continue and redeploy. And I'm going to check my settings real quickly. That was frustrating. Alright, so let me go to my menu. Can remember most of my buttons. This is the problem with VR. Is even if you label your buttons, you can't remember what they are. Alright, let's go. Options. Controls, ship controls, and this is one of the other crazy things is the binding. Alright, so we're gonna go to miscellaneous or weapons. Deploy hardpoints, Joy 11, which I don't remember what button correlates to what either way. So we're gonna make sure it's memorable this time. If I bind it to this, yep, let's deploy. That's, remember I hit cargo scoop. I was close. So that's always going to be. I don't need a cargo scoop for what I'm doing. Hard points will always be that button. Then I should be good to go at this point. All right. Cancel and apply. All right. Back to options. Resume. And actually, since I've been blown up anyways. Yeah, that'd be nice. What I'm going to do is switch ships. Go to something else, show you guys something different since I'm back here. So I'm going to go Starport Services. By the way, really great interface. And you can even program voice commands, and they even have celebrity voices, like William Shatner can do voices and stuff like that. And Babylon 5, Delin, if you know that show, does a voice. But I just haven't had time to set all that up again. Unfortunately, no. It doesn't really do anything with VR controllers. You can bind stuff, but it's not really useful. They just go off for power saving, basically. All right, so what I'm going to do is go to my shipyard. I'll show you guys some of the other ships. So there's 33 ships available in Elite Dangerous. I thought it was 34, but whatever. This is my inventory. So we're in the Vulture. My Python is a good fighter, but it's outfitted more for mining and discovery right now. Grinding engineering, if you guys know what that is, that's where I left off. Crate Phantom is kind of like the all-around X-Wing-ish, well, more like Millennium Falcon. It can trade, it can explore. It's not really, it's jack of all trades, it's pretty decent. Fer-de-Lance is the best, some would say the best combat ship. Harder to pilot, that's what we'll go with, and I've been engineering it a bit. Pixel Fairy, have you guys voice control stuff? Man, that's a scary thought. Actually, funny thing with Elite Dangerous is you can actually have someone sit in the co-pilot seat and control certain things. Like you can have a little ship, I think, that let me talk about this. This is a big heavy transport, fertile ants for combat. The Anaconda is one of the 3 heavy ships, big large ships in the game. We're not going to risk spending money and losing that. I'm going to use this ship. This is like the Ferrari of fighters. A little hard to control, but gorgeous. So notice how I got a spare seat there. So there was a way to do multiplayer. It's not very effective. You're always better off having someone flying another ship or something like that than having them sit in the co-pilot seat. But there is a way to have a co-pilot do stuff in this game. Haven't really messed around with it much. And it would have to be picked up on my mic for voice control. And you have to keybind it, so it's a lot of work to get it to work right. Okay, let's sure everything's all set. So we're going to launch and go do some more fighting. And I'm probably not going to do a hazardous again because, let me make sure I got my throttle set to 0. Because that, I need a little more practice. So I'm going to go high, one below where I just was. Because it's expensive if you die. And you can auto pilot your way out of here with a module, but that's for noobs. You get a lot of crap for doing that. So the space station, by the way, does rotate. So you have to rotate accordingly. You can see other ships taking off in here. If it was multiplayer, they'd be people. Surprisingly, surprised how empty it all is right now. Usually there's other ships that you have to get out of the way of the big ships. They'll eat up that whole docking space. Smugglers will try to go through here like stupid fast so they don't get scanned. And by the way, you can see this is a bigger ship. You can see there's a space station behind me. And if I wanted to, I could actually, I got a green screen behind me so I won't get up and walk around. But to simulate that, you can actually walk around your cockpit in this game. Now, you can't walk around the rest of the ship. That's been one of the biggest complaints, and Frontier, the developer, just hasn't wanted to put in the money and time to do that. And fun little side story. My understanding is VR was something that one of the developers just did as a side project on a weekend, is the legend that I've been told. And that's why for the newest expansion, it doesn't support VR, which really sucks. So anyways, hope that was interesting. And now we need to go to get away from the station so we're not mass locked. Yeah, turn off my landing gear. There's my lights. Landing gear off. And get away from it so we can go to light speed and get to a resource area again. See, if you can see, it says mass locked. I'm too close to not really the planet but the space station, so I couldn't go to warp or light speed. Now I can. So I'm charging that, keeping my throttle up. And then we'll look for a place to fight again. Okay, why? I gotta align my ship with the turret. No, never mind. I just let back on the throttle. That didn't make sense. It's a weird message they give you sometimes. All right, hang on. All right, I've got some water. I'm gonna pick a new target. All right, we are gonna go to resource extraction, not hazardous. We're gonna go high. Plenty challenging for me right now. And a good warm-up at least. So that's where we're going. And again, another cool thing, if you've played Squadrons or a lot of other, or anything else flying in VR, if you haven't as well, one of the cool things is you can look around and see people on your 6 above, below you. Again, I can look around this cockpit. It's got a sunroof, if you did notice, 2 sunroofs. I'm not sure why in a fighter, but I guess it's, you know, like I said, the Ferrari, it's kind of this luxury ship. And if you're interested, I linked in the comments to this really awesome series by the channel The Pilot, and he does these Top Gear style explanations of each ship, and there's like there's a few different manufacturers in the game, and they all have kind of philosophies to their ships that he explains. This is definitely a fighter. One of the funny things is, if you've noticed, it's a not totally symmetrical cockpit. Like, I'm in the pilot seat, that seat's a little off, but then I'm not properly aligned with the window, so you've always got this bar here kind of in your way. It's kind of annoying. That's like one of the biggest complaints with the ship. But it's fast, it's got great weapons, and maneuverability, it's almost like it's too maneuverable, almost like it's a drifter, like a drift race car. It's kind of hard to control, but it's pretty cool. And some people say it's the best fighter. Some people say another one called the Mambo is, but it's more of a, it's got even worse control, but it's more of a sprinter. Anyways, now that I'm back in control, if you guys have any questions about the game, now's a great time to ask before I get back into the dogfighting, or about anything else VR related. Any of my other projects. Hope some of you guys checked out my Ghost of Tabor review. I tried to make it entertaining. I think the thumbnail wasn't that great at first, and that kind of hurt its click-through. F-35 lets you air look. So, yeah. That would be cool, and I know what you mean. There actually is a way to get a camera where you can, and if you watch that pilot channel, I just never bound the controls correctly for it to get it to work. You can actually use a camera flying around your ship. You know, I don't, but I should. I just use Google Calendar. But you know what, Pixel, that's a great idea for me to put into the Discord. I should totally do that so people know what's upcoming when. Challenge has been my new job as a rotating day off schedule. So some days I'm physically exhausted and I don't want to get on the treadmill. But I can at least set a tentative schedule and at least a list of what projects I want to do. That's a, yeah, really great idea. Thank you. All right, now I'm getting close. The planet's going to slow me down. I'm going way too fast. Generally stay around 10 to 7 seconds. Oh yeah, so I have a playlist of probably, I've done, streaming is new. In the last like couple months, I probably have 50 videos or so reviewing games, reviewing accessories like B Haptics. I guess I need to point that out to people and let them know. The treadmill review is kind of what made me decide to make this really happen, because that's got, oh gosh, last I checked, like, I don't know, 11,000 views or something like that. Maybe even higher. I haven't checked in a while. Yeah, streaming's kind of new. I kind of feel like it's easier to do, but I don't always do as well as I'd like, because with content creation, you know, reviews and such, I can edit it. Versus stream, you saw my, oh crap, I don't know how to stop that, how to get to warp and run away from here moment. All right, so it's, like I said, tricky balance here. Find the difference between the, and sometimes you'll see those planets. We're just in the, not facing the sun, I guess. And it will take things like that into account. All right, so soon I got to jump out of warp here. Should slow down a little more. Slow down a lot. Okay, there we go, 7 seconds. Like the other guy was saying, I should be. Once we're under a mega mile, or whatever it's called, we can drop out of light speed and we should be in the resource. If you don't drop out in time, it doesn't end well. All right. Now we are in the resource extraction site. Hi, there should be some other cops around to help me out so I'm not fighting solo. Let's get into it a little bit more. And let's look for targets, contacts. Nothing in range yet, but that's okay. The game is, you know, a lot of procedurally generated stuff. So as I get closer into this mining area, it'll start spawning in more miners and then bosses to attack them. My old boss wanted to make a space dogfight sim. He's not in video games, but I have to know. Oh yeah, absolutely. This is unbelievable. Like I said, there's such a learning curve. You have to earn your ships. There's so many tactics. Let's see who these guys are. Crate Mark II. You got to scan them, see if there's a bounty, if they're wanted. Usually if they're named and they're a fighter ship, there's a good chance. Oh, that's a miner. We don't want to touch him. So here's another cool thing. That's a fighter. Fast and hard to hit, but weak. And clean. Part of the Dark Wheel, which I forget who they are. They're a faction, a small faction in this game, very small. There's different factions. There's the Empire. There's which I've been doing. Oh, there's some fight. No, that's mining. I should stop talking and play here, right? So here's what's going on in this setting. You can be a miner too, and you're mining these rocks for lasers, which is this whole other thing. It's complicated to explain how it works and how to do it effectively. You've got to really... Anyways, so people are mining for resources, and then once they get those resources and they leave the belt, like they're about to go to hyperspace like I was trying to do, that's when they get attacked by pirates. And the pirates will say, if they're human ones, they'll generally say, drop your stuff and we'll let you live. But these robot ones... like this guy is being Kaijo here, however you say his name, Johansson is guarding this one, I think, because he's got a clean bounty record. Looks like he's just playing defense, which is unusual. There's usually the cops flying around too, and once someone attacks a miner, they're flagged as a criminal and I can take them out. If I shoot them before they shoot someone, or they're not flagged with a bounty, then the cops will kill me. Yeah, that's kind of what's going on here. All right, contacts. And it's all procedure generated. The longer you stay in an area, the more it'll start to generate other ships. And I'm just checking. Sometimes I should be going to other parts of the asteroid belt to find things, and sometimes you'll just see shots going off in the distance and you'll be like, oh, there's someone I can shoot. Like, I could be going closer to the center here, which I'm going to do, and I might find more. And it's, so mining is probably what I spent the most time during lockdown when I had a Quest 1 at first, and I really got into this game. No, it says I'm in a high resource area. I think it's just because they haven't spawned in yet. That's also why I'm not seeing many other contacts. So going to the center, and the cops usually fly around at the edge of the asteroid belt and then dive in when they see. And the other thing is, my scanner has different ranges where I can detect how far away or how close people are. So sometimes they gotta fly further in, like this is the center of the resource extraction site, and sometimes when I get closer in, then I'll start seeing more contacts spawn, but I'm not, which is weird. And I'm gonna turn on night vision if I can remember where I bound it, so I can see better. Nope. There we go. There's night vision. Ships don't look as cool, but it's easier to see. So Nothing's still showing up on radar. I'm going to boost along. See if I go further in, I might be more likely to see something. The hazardous resource sites spawn the fastest, but this is high. There should still be something. If you're an impatient type, this is not the game for you. It takes forever to learn. I'm relearning because I haven't played in a while. Let's try going outside the belt. Sometimes it's in the belt, on the outside of the belt, or the other side of the belt, where everyone is. I love that engine sound. Sometimes you just gotta look around, get some distance, and see mining lasers going and shots firing. Because this has taken a long time to spawn anything in. I'm gonna put all power to engines. And then I can just... Wait, I saw flashes. No. Sometimes, well, it's the night vision. Sometimes you get people warping in. Might have to try the other side of the belt. And that sound is me hitting my boost button so I can go faster. It's like turbo. Okay, contacts. There we go. See, all of a sudden we got a ton of contacts. So again, procedurally generated. Sometimes it takes a little while for things to pick in. All right, let me equalize my power. And Ass Scout is pretty weak. Cobras are kind of weak too. Cobra 3 is good. Cobra 4 is kind of garbage. Let's find him. Okay. There we go. Someone scanned me. There's chat there. Probably said, like, what are you carrying? And he scanned me and realized I had nothing, so leave me alone for now. Type 7 transporter, Ass Scout. Okay, now System Authority vessel. So there's 3. That's the cops. That's typical. All right, now I see that on radar. Okay, this guy's name is Cake. Would make me almost think he's a real player. Scanning him. Wanted. All right, this is a good warm-up. Yep, pirate hunting. So Cake here, if you can see, is in a Cobra Mark IV, which is a crap ship. And I'm going to get real nice and close, and he's wanted, so I can go ahead and shoot him. And he shouldn't be a problem for me unless I really am sucking. All right, weapons out. And he's getting maybe a little nervous. There we go. Lasers to take down the shields. Once the shields are down, we go to our cannons. Button back. Oh, his shields are down. Let's go cannons. Finish them off nice and quick. And I better get away from him because he's exploding. There we go. Got a bounty. Oh, there's my proximity alarm. I wasn't watching where I was going. All right, let's find something else. So the transporter is not. So it's probably just nothing, something harmless. Explorer's pretty harmless. Eagle. Well, those guys. That's what's left. They are tough as hell to hit. They're weak. Super weak, cheap ships, very maneuverable. And okay, see the big ship? That's an Anaconda. That's one of the biggest ships in the game. That's one of the cops, and we're going to team up with them, which is great because then they take a lot of the damage. And if I even just put a few hits on them, then I also get credit for the bounty, which is kind of cheap, but hey, I'll take it. There we go. I got a good lock on you now. boosting is sometimes you boost way too fast. Like I did there. Now I'm getting better with the flight assist and the controls. He's almost done. There we go. That one's done. Bounty. All right. Let's find another. Named character in a Diamondback Scout. That is really an exploration and stealth vessel. It's pretty crap at fights, but hey, I'll take them. Oh, hang on. In Skyrim, we used to kill dragons by running into the nearest village, working claws for them as profitable. Yep, definitely. And then if I get into trouble, like in the, oh, by the way, see that ship there? That's an anaconda. I have one of those. You can fight with them. You got to be good. They're a little tough to maneuver, and the prow is so long it's hard to see around. Anyways, let's go back to Alfie here. Find him on radar. I guess I unlocked from him. Or he blew up. Okay, Diamondback Scout. So I see the little brackets around the square. That's what I'm targeting. And I forget what square versus triangle means. It means like weapons deployed or not deployed. Deadly in a not a fighter ship, and he's wanted. So he says cease and desist, authority scans. That's a local system. Whatever. All right, let's just fight. So you can see he's taking a ton of... Oh, he's flying chaff. So that's throwing off my targeting. That's all those sparks where I thought it was damage already. Oh, come on. I'm moving so slow. He's just that fast. Alright, boost makes sense here. He's pretty far away. Like 1 kilometer is like where your weapons are most effective. Oh, shield are down. Let's use some DACA. And you got to be careful not to hit the cops, even accidentally. They don't take too kindly to it. There he is. Dang, he got far quickly. Yeah, this guy's tough considering he's in Diamondback Scout. Oh, come on. Ah, he's flying chaff again. All right, you got to be out of chaff now. Yeah, yep, shields are almost down. Shields are down. DACA. There we go. That guy was challenging. Yeah. All right. All right, let's find something new, a little more exciting. Although that guy was tough. Viper Mark IV. I had a Viper. I don't remember how good these are or not. Oh, right there. You see the cops are working on them, so just get some extra shots in. machine guns will finish them off pretty quickly with the shields down. Don't want to hit the cops. Check that message in a second. Surge detected. He's trying to run away. Got him before he ran away. All right, thanks for tuning in, Pixel. Perry. Perry, I hope you're not watching. Don't take this personal. Surge detected. This guy's already running, possibly. He's got to scan him, make sure. Yep, deadly wanted. And shields down. We go machine guns. Oh, shields came back up. Can't have much life left in them. Not a great ship. There we go. Got a friend with that name, so that was kind of funny. Alright, so let's head back into the asteroid, see if we can find something more. Federal gunship. Ooh, those are tough. They maneuver like pigs, but they've got, I think, even better weaponry than me. Did he just disappear? Weird. I wonder if he got blown up. Craig? Okay, he was out of range. Yeah, he's pretty far. I'm gonna see if I can catch up to him. Boosting away. Yeah, these guys are really tough. Lots of weapons. Lots I think one of the strongest holes in the game, if I remember correctly. Oh, clean. Woo, good thing I didn't shoot on him. Probably getting really... Oh, he's mining. That's a weird ship for mining. So it was another gunship that wasn't a pirate. Alright, let's try moving out, see if something shows up. Never seen a damaged escape pod before. Canisters, yes, but not... Huh. You can collect those resources, I think. I'm just not equipped to do it. Alright, while I'm waiting for some spawns to happen, I'm gonna grab a quick drink. Ooh, water here. All right, back in. Okay, Gen something, Adder, pretty weak ship, but Master, I think that's close to elite as far as skill level. Wanted! Alright. Let's see if we can really just wail on this guy from up close. He's probably like, what are you doing? Why are you riding my bumper? This is why. Man, he almost rammed me. Crazy. Oh, we're getting into a close dogfight. Oh, shit. I'm much stronger than he is, but that was stupid of me. Going too loopy with the flight assist. More maneuverable than I thought. I mean, weak ship, but he's been flying circles around me. Getting help from the cops is a good thing. Alright, he's done. Yeah. Not great flying. Yep. Hello, Curcia. Thanks for joining. Yeah, that's what I get for flying with flight assist off and flying too aggressively inside the belt. I'm gonna boost my shields for a second. And look around. Well, nothing around anyways. Yeah, I am out of practice, Curcia. It's been a while. I don't know if you were watching earlier. I got blown up once already because I was on a hazardous site. And I was ready to jump out of there, even though I was getting a ton of damage. But I couldn't remember where I bound my hard points to. And so I couldn't jump away, which really sucked. Fortune was only a vulture, and I had insurance. But that wasn't cool. Horizons. Odyssey, I'm afraid to try it because of how much it might screw up VR, you know? That and I really don't want to give them money because they won't support VR. Alright, I'm near miner, so hopefully someone else will come nearer. No, not yet. Man, their shields are charged slower than I remember. High energy wake, maybe somebody coming in soon. Maybe not. Okay, well now I'm seeing 2 lasers. Which I should be seeing more contact system. Okay, here we go. Already just fought an Adder. Let's go with an Ask Scout, even though they are stupid weak. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know if I even want to, you know, use theater mode. It just sounds... Yeah, the whole thing just annoys me. Especially because I've invested so much in VR. I might as well just stick to space combat. If I want to do a first-person shooter, I'll just do a shooter, you know? Alright, well that makes sense. He's not a pilot. Or not a pirate. Ooh, I saw Cobra on there for a second. Or we could go after whatever's going on here. Okay, that's System Authority. That's cops. That's probably what I'm looking for. Looks like a Cobra. Unless we've already been blown up. No, why am I not locking on? There we go. Must be on the other side of an acid. There we go. Oh, right. Need to rebalance. Still not back to 100% shields. Oh, there goes my target. Well, let's go for this. I need to confirm he's a pirate first. Haven't fought an eagle today. They are tough to hit. Alright, we're close enough. Usually they're tough to hit. Oh, don't run into an anaconda. That would be not good for me. There we go. Oh, boop, boop, boop. Cop, don't get in my line of fire. I'm afraid he's right around me. I can hear him. I don't want to run into that anaconda. There we go. Now he's done. Shields are down. Hit him with machine gun, and it's all over. Not much cash, but that makes sense. Our Cobra Mark IV. One of the worst ships in the game, according to Yannick. I forget his name exactly now. Alright, no escape for you. Clearly need to put more power into weapons. Not a great, that's deadly, but he's fighting pretty quick badly. It's nice when you get up close with him like this and can't miss. And he's done. I should get away from him. Ooh, big bounty on that one. Yeah, sometime we should play a private server so we can play with some of their friends and not get ganked, right? That's what always worries me about the multiplayer. All right, found another one. Not with a good GPU, I'm pretty good. And I used to a ton when I started playing this, when I just got into VR. It took like a month or so to get over it. But with good frame rates, not really. And this is only 90 frames per second with the G2, but it looks so good. Hang on, I'll check that message in a sec. And I think we finished him off. Imperial Courier. Those are pretty dang good fighters. Yeah, just the bugginess, yeah. On planets, yeah, I could see. Yeah, the planets are just, I haven't spent too much time on. Yeah, it's really hard to run. Maybe that's what you mean, buggy, because, yeah, I'm only getting, wow, like 72 frames, 60 frames right there. I'm averaging 78. So not amazing frames. Granted, I'm streaming, but I usually get 90 frames when I'm not streaming, and 100% resolution. I'm at 70, which still looks amazing on this thing. Just wish the field of view was better. All right, let's find something else to fight. Oh, there's some fighting going on right there. Viper 3. I think I use that a lot. It's like a tiny fighter. It's very, I think if I remember right, it has great handling. I never got the controls bound well to the point that I liked it. Yeah, actually, you know, I probably did get a motion sick. Carry around that buggy. I just avoided it whenever I could. It wasn't that much fun, and I never got the controls right. Oh, that's System Authority. Yikes. Imperial Courier. That should be a good fighter. I really need to use a gamepad is what. I bought a gamepad intending to use it, and then I got out of Elite. So I need to get back in with the gamepad, and that should make it a lot better. Remember to turn off flight assist and where to keep looking and how to use my throttle. I'm getting my controls down better. Alright, now we're down to just hold, shields are down, and ba-boom. Huh. That kind of makes sense. Fixed Horizon. Helped when I was motion sick. Looking at Horizon when I was motion sick on the ship. Kind of makes sense. Let's see what's going on here. There's the Viper I was going after earlier. Confirmed wanted. He's in Wing of 2. He's kind of far. There we go. Let's find his buddy. Carson Dangerous. It's weird, he doesn't have a bounty. And he's a fighter. Wonder what he's doing here. Someone jumped in. Or away. Guess I got too far from the fight. Let's get back into it. Oh, there's a target. Federal gunship. No record, but deadly. Probably just waiting to pirate something. So let's find him. No, clean. Oh, you know what? It's weird. I've been seeing gunship miner earlier. That's probably what that is. It's a weird choice. Let's go after this Cobra Mark IV. I always forget if it's Cobra or Viper Mark IV that's terrible. I feel like it's Cobra was the one that gave you with Elite. It was only for people who bought the game early for the Horizons expansion, and it was terrible. Okay, I see this dude on radar. There we go. Scanning. Wanted. All right. Bye-bye. So the laser, I think, is on the bottom side of my ship, so it's hard to sometimes get a lock. Oh, he's hitting chaff, so I can't get a lock. Just wait. Man, that's a lot of chaff. Okay, he's out of chaff. It's still effective, though. Yeah, you can hit me. I've got a bigger laser than you do. Still hitting chaff. How much chaff does this dude have? Alright, now you're mine. Alright, well now your shields are down. I've got better targeting with my guns that are better on your hull. And there you go. Ooh, dude was worth a fair amount. And that's an Imperial enemy. Ooh, he got a little pop at me. But his weapons are weak, even though he's... Dude is very maneuverable. And shields are pretty strong too. And he keeps dodging really well. Fast. We just keep trying to get around each other. Come on. Come on. I saw you say multi-crew. Yeah, I haven't tried that. I've heard it's not that effective, but I would like to try it with someone I know, so that's pretty cool. Alright, I gotta get back to this dogfight though. Can't, well, at least he's down to a third shields. Once the shields are down, I can take him out with with bullets really easily. It's just that the laser's on the bottom of my ship, and this guy keeps flying out of range of it. He's really good. Dang, my shields are worse than his. I'm just gonna go both barrels. Finish this dude off, kind of a waste, but... Gotta say, I am getting a little motion sick now, of course, Garcia. There's been a whole lot of this. Just spinning in circles fighting this guy. Oh, he's got some damage on him now, I can see. Oh, okay, I'm getting pretty motion sick now, I gotta admit. Especially because I'm flying flight assist off, but it's the only way to fight this guy. There we go, shields are down. This is why little ships with little guns can be so effective, because they're just so dang maneuverable. You really, if they have the skill, they can be really tough to kill and just peck at you all day long. Whew. Oh, okay. That is a long, long spin. A lot of spinning. Heavy multi-crew. My introduction to Elite Dangerous in VR was Bender Rodriguez, who's a real pilot. I blame him for giving me VR addiction. Huh. Is Bender Rodriguez? Is Rodriguez the last name of Bender in Futurama? I wonder. Oh, man. Well, I think I need to get back to Yeah, exactly. I need to get back to base and turn in some bounties, maybe answer some questions for you guys on the way back, and get a break from. Yeah, that was so much spinning, and without the what's it called? Flight assist. You just it gives you so much maneuverability, but so much spinning. Yeah, that hit my motion sickness limit. And there I'm getting 90 frames, so that should help. Yeah, so you're not gonna see any fighting, so I just want to say thanks for everyone who's been watching. You're welcome to follow me back to base and ask any questions. While I do, all right, add find Jameson Memorial. Let's go filters. And I do love how I can look at these controls and they pop up. I mean, sometimes they're annoying, but mostly it's amazing. And just the interface is so good for VR, which is crazy considering it was never designed for VR. Hard points retracting. Yay, finally figured that out. All right, let's jump into Lightspeed and head back to the station. You can see how much faster we're going now. 710 times the speed of light. For anyone who's new to Elite, those yellow lines, you can turn them off. They're gravitational lines, basically. They'll slow you down, depending how close they are to a planet. And I'm just gonna go turn in the bounties before I get my money's worth. If you get blown up with bounties on you, I generally don't get that money. And to slow down just because we're in a gravity field, it could be a problem, but not really in this case. False alarm. I hate it when I accidentally lose my target and click off. Alright, so just going to go back to base, and you can see the docking procedures. Sometimes I struggle to find a docking bay. Usually because it's like right near me when I enter. It'll make sense when I get there. What I mean? Yep. Thank you. Yeah, I forgot exactly how many seconds it was. So. Yep, I can just look around, listen to some music. See what other ships are flying by. Yeah, I'll give you some idea how vast space is, right? I'm going 45 times the speed of light and still taking me 33 seconds to get to the station. And that's me going max speed here. Probably getting slowed down a lot by gravity is what's going on. Because I feel like I've seen 200 or 400 even times the speed of light. There's just a lot of gravity around here. I might have hit it earlier today when I wasn't streaming, but yeah, hopefully I won't hit it now. So if you're curious what she's talking about, if you don't time it right, slow down in time, which I'm going to be doing soon here, two things will happen. You'll do an emergency stop, which destroys your, or really better slow down, speaking of which. So I'm using my little throttle slider to, that's way too slow. Guess I'm really worried about going way too fast, hitting emergency. Oh, might go too fast. I got to keep it at 7, or like 7 to 10 is fine. Seconds is what I'm trying to do. If you go too fast, then you got to loop around, and that's the loop of shame. And it's really tough because the gravity lines are really creating a lot of resistance. And it'll go light seconds, and then it'll go MM for, I think, mega miles, which are apparently real things, millions of miles units. And once I'm at under a mega mile and under 10 seconds, ideally 7, I've done 6 when I was really practiced, we'll drop out of light speed. See, that planet's gonna slow me down again. So I gotta up my throttle. And then once I'm... C6 is too fast. Oh boy, this is gonna be tough. Killed my throttle. Still going crazy fast. 5 seconds. Oh, well, loop of shame it is. And I throttled at 0. That's really annoying. Oh, I didn't. I made it. Haha. So I killed my throttle. I guess I got slingshotted around the planet. So no loop of shame for me. I got lucky. It was really weird how my speed kept accelerating, even though my throttle was set to 0. It was a real slingshot effect. Alright, let's turn off night vision. If I can find it. There we go. Lights should be... Oh, that's landing gear. We don't want that yet. Lights. There we go. You had me psyched out, thinking I was going to do it. Alright, so first, let's get permission to dock. Permission granted. So for anyone who's new, you can auto-dock if you suck, or you're new, or just lazy. But real pilots use manual docking, which as you can see is a little tricky to hit the mail slot, as we call it here, depending on how big your ship is. I'm medium size, so that's not really an issue. Large size, you'll eat up like half that slot. Width is really the issue. And you do have to match its rotation, which is the tricky part. And then find your landing pad. That was not beautiful. 45. This is always a problem. There's 45. Hit my landing gear before we forget. There we go. Yeah, I forgot to rebind all my voice controls. It took me so long just to rebind my joystick controls, and then I even forgot something. But I will go back and do that eventually. And you know you're close when the numbers go vanish. Then we go down, twisting the throttle. And then once we're close enough, get this little guidance. I'm glad that even though I'm out of practice, I still remember generally how to dock. Need to adjust my dead zones. All right. Well, I think that'll be the end of my stream for today. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. And I'll try to post some projects on the Discord. That's a good idea, Pixel Fairy mentioned earlier. I need to think about what projects I need to do next. So, again, thanks so much for watching, and see y'all next time on my VRcade.